Okay, we're back. Nice. So what's funny is that now I'm on the slower internet, which is working better than the faster internet. This is insane. Okay, back. And now we have good stream quality. Okay, so 6 meters by a lot of meters. This object is amazing. I just love the way it looks. I should unwrap its UVs maybe. So object mode, edit mode, selected everything, UV mapping, smart UV project, just to make sure we have those going on. Exit edit mode. This blender looks better than yours. Yes, Lebasit, but it's a hacks. I strongly don't recommend it. I'm using BMax plugin, which makes Blender look like 3D Studio Max, but it's overriding some of the default shortcuts. So I'll probably revert back to the normal Blender once I finish a lot of my tasks and I start learning Blender properly. I come from 3D Studio Max. I've spent 15 years or more in 3D Studio Max. I've been using it since 3D Studio Max R3. But now I switched to Blender because that's what the stream folk told me they intend to use. Okay, so let us export this as an FBX. Where are we going to export this? That's a very good question. Not in the isometric RPG, but we'll look at that one. But in the puzzle adventure content, let's create a folder here. Models. Yeah, whatever. And let's call this one large proto cube 01. Such an inspired name. I'll use a preset I had for Unreal. Oh, Lebasit is now following and made a troll party and throw firecrackers, just like the Croatians did at the goal. Lebasit, that troll is from the other project where we use static lighting, and let's export this one, see how it looks in our project. By the magical powers of Unreal, as you can see here in the bottom of the screen, the FBX was detected. Unreal is asking me if I want to import it. I might get some issues if I didn't export smoothing groups, but let's see. So minimum here. Import normals. Let's try importing normals, but I might get yeah, no smoothing group information warning. So let's go back to Blender real quick, real quick, and let's see how was I doing this in Blender. Edit object. Where are you? There we go. Flat faces. Oh, smooth, flat, perfect. Exit edit mode, and let's export again FBX. It still might throw that same error. Let's import again. Nope, we're good. Okay. Now let's see. Tony would be proud. Yeah. Tony would be proud indeed. Let's see. So we have it in models, large protocube, right? And I'll just throw it in the... Hey, it's not that large. I have to make it 10 times larger on each axis. Okay. Come on. Let's see if I can scale it here. No. Okay. Shift W, Shift R. There we go. This looks much better now. So 17 times on all axes. Yep. This is good. I'll save it later. File. I can scale at export. So you mean here. At export or import? At import, you mean. So you mean probably here? Let's see, give it some time. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Here, yeah. But at export from Blender, that would be actually quite interesting and cool. Okay. So now I've got a really big object, but this will do just fine. Let's, I don't know, take this big boy and put it here. It's 2 times as big as what I had. Okay, but it works. It will still work there. And let's see now. This one should actually have the static mesh. We'll quickly do a bit of blueprint here. So interactable, no. Event begin play. Here at event begin play, I'll just add another pin to this sequence, and we'll actually determine why at the begin play, why here, when we can do it in the construction script. So I could set this static mesh maybe. Set static mesh like this, and the target would be promote to variable, and the variable would be mesh to use. There we go. We'll make this visible. I will compile and save it. And you know what? I will also do something else. If this is valid, then I will set it. If it's not valid, I will not set another static mesh. Aha, okay, Lebasit, got it. So you're saying somewhere from here, if I go File, Export, FBX, main, light transform maybe? Armature, no. Maybe this one? No. I guess it's not that custom properties. No. You can't see the bottom left corner. Okay. Not. Can I pop this out? Maybe. It doesn't pop out, but I can hide my face. Wait. There. Not my face, but the background. So you're saying, there it is, scale. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. So you're saying if I put in here 0.5 and I call this medium protocube, FBX, and I export it here. Now Unreal, in its wisdom, will detect can't detect import type, no mesh is found or animation track. What? What? Export FBX. Med protocube. Scale 0.5. Okay. Come on. Come on, Unreal. Okay, okay, no worries, no worries. I might have messed it up when I checked that experimental apply transform thing on it, because I did check export FBX. I did check. You know what? Let's go again to the. Okay. Are you using FBX 7.4? Okay. Let's try it again. 0.5 and protocube. Come on, don't be shy. The scale modifier when exporting for Blender doesn't seem to cooperate with us. I've never used it before, so I can't even say if it's working or not, but Lebasith says this. Let me just quickly show you. Try unchecking the selected object. Okay, 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 maybe. Okay. This scale modifier seems to mess up the FBX export. Let's try it one more time. Yes, I would like to import it. Nope. Nada. Nope. Content, models. I'll try dragging it, forcing it in. Come on, wake up. Come on. So, come on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Translation. So I know I can scale it from here as well. And that's something I would prefer to use, but let's try it like this. So bam, import. Now it worked. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah. No smoothing group. Why not? Why not? Anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's half scale. So it works. It works. Lebasith. It works. When it wants to, it works. Okay, let's actually use this object for the rotating one, and we'll use the large object for this. So now if my construction script trickery worked, I now have the mesh to use exposed here, and on this object I would like it to use the large protocube. Whoa. Ah, but I'm still using scale. Oh no. I was still using scale, so I have to reset the scale here. Oink. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. And rotate it accordingly. I don't know, something like this. Let's also decrease a bit the snap. Like this. And let's do the same. This one, we reset the scale and we ask it to use this custom mesh. Okay, and we'll have to rotate it a bit. So now I'm getting some decent results. Am I getting some decent? Oh no. Oh no. Because my objects were attached to it. My switches. No. My switches were attached to it. Interactable. Where are you? There you are. Tiny little interactable. And you too. So these two folks should come in here. And their scale should be this. Okay, okay. No worries. This one stays here. Both of you go a bit inside the mesh. There, perfect, beautiful, awesome, excellent. So, let's see how the distance fields look like. Still not so fresh, still not so good. There, okay. Let's bring this one back here. I review levels without gameplay on lazy days. What are you thinking about, Nick? I feel it's a more complex question. And again, the internet is all my internets are acting up, like a sort of a level critique day. Something I've started before our I would love to, Nick. Yes, I'd love to. Sort of like an art review. I'm not the best person to do art reviews. I have some sense, but I'm not the best person. But yeah. Okay, that might work. That prison. I'm using the wrong rotation axis now, right? Right. Not on X. Red, green, red, green, blue. Red, green on green. So I want to rotate it on green 90 degrees. Oh yeah, this visual aberration might actually not be from the distance fields. It might actually come from the reflection style. So the splotchiness we still have might come from the reflection. And I'll quickly verify if this is the case. First, let's check everything works okay. but it did seem to be the case. Okay, so that one still needs to be lowered a bit. There. Okay. Let's see. This is actually quite interesting because I'm using it in here on the static mesh. This material, this might actually have some reflection on it. Base metallic, specular roughness. Might just. I want to make super sure, so I'll just put this to 0 and try it again. Nope, so it's the distance field. Did I not generate the distance fields for these objects? Oh, my bad. Please excuse me. I forgot to generate the mesh distance fields. Okay, let's maybe increase it to 2. There. Now it's building its mesh distance field. Let's also save it. And now let's also go to this one and do the same. So generate mesh distance field. And let's put it on 2 as well. Boink, apply changes. I wonder what the two-sided distance field generation does. I'll have to read about that one. But let's see after it's done building. As you can see, it's lagging violently. Whoa, violently. Because it's building those mesh distance fields and it's eating up all the processor we can throw at it. The artifacting should get better. Should be improved. Should. Anytime now. Anytime now. So, are we good? Nope, still not good. So this artifacting might come from somewhere else. Might come from somewhere else. It seems to be... Ooh, wait a minute. What about the sphere reflection capture? I'm curious about this one. And I'm lagging like crazy for some reason. The distance fields for these objects are just ginormous. 6,000. Let's try it like this. Nope, nope, nope. World settings. Global distance field view distance. If I decrease this, I will probably boost up my performance again. Not, let's also delete these objects here. But yeah, I'm lagging like crazy. Whoa, whoa. Now, yeah. Let's try decreasing this value. So it's at 200,000. Set it at 10,000? No, 1,000. There we go. And let's see if now, nope, I'm still lagging. I'm still lagging. So I just have to decrease the distance field scale. So I'll just have to put it on to 0.3 maybe. Boink. On large protocube and on medium protocube, because it was really killing my FPS. Boink. It now compiled much faster. Saved everything. I'm still not getting good FPS. Whoa! Something really strange going on here. I don't have any materials open, because when I keep materials open, that's when it also tends to lag a bit. There, I improved it a bit. So now I'm getting pretty good results. Let's try resetting the global distance field view distance. But I'm still getting the artifacts. Okay, so we'll clean this up in the next episode. We didn't get all the way there. But anyway, Labasit, thank you so much for your patience. Let's see what the dynamic versus static is all about, although it's a bit broken now. So, in a scene with large moving objects, I want to use a fully dynamic lighting setup, so I can have the shadows that update properly when the large objects move. Like in this first-person puzzle adventure game where it's all about the shadows, right? I can go like this, and you can see the shadows, the way the objects move are all correct. Something happened, probably Croatia scored the goal, probably. I can hear my neighbor screaming. This is great for scenes where I have 2-1 for Croatia, nice. This is great for when we have large objects in the scene that move around and turn around and we want to update their lighting properly. And I'll just save everything here, close this project, and open the Isometric RPG project. And now I'll show you a project where we don't have movable objects in the scene and where we bake lighting in order to save very beautiful and complex shadows baked as a shadow layer over the objects. Whoop. It's here. There we go. So in this one, the first thing you'll notice every time in any level I go, let's open a map here from the Isometric RPG. So from the maps, let's open one that looks more like Final 1, level 2. Okay, so I've got this pretty map and the lighting here is fully static, right? And let's select an object, any object here, I don't know, this carriage, right? And please observe carefully what's happening when I move the carriage up here in the top left corner, right? So I just move it around and boom. I just broke the lighting. So first of all, by moving the carriage now temporarily has a dynamic shadow. The engine announces me I need to rebuild the lighting, and if you look closely, you can still see the handlebars, right, from the carriage, as well as probably the carriage body still sitting on the ground. In order to fix this, and I'll move really fast to fix this, I will just build with the lighting quality on preview, so it's really fast. So this is the main difference. With the static lighting, I actually have to build, and if we look at the Swarm agent, you'll actually see the process of building the lighting on each and every map, of baking the lights, is CPU intensive. It eats up all the CPUs you can throw at it. If you have a network of CPUs with a lot of them, that would be great. However, please observe carefully what happens the moment the lighting build finishes. So when this reaches 100%, look here in the center of the image with what happens with the shadows. They get rebuilt. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. 2-1 for Croatia. This is insane. They're going to the finals. Some overlapping UVs. I have to tell Tony about that. Let's observe carefully here, right? Where I hold the mouse. Oh, no more carriage handlebars, right? So yeah, I would also love to see Tony working live, no doubt about it. So this is what happens with the static lighting, and in the world settings, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in here in the light mass, we can actually visualize the light maps. I don't understand much of them, but maybe I can identify objects here and there. Yeah. So this is a terrain patch with some grass probably. Let's see what else we can find in here. This is a shadow map, probably from the terrain patches probably. So anyway, you can see how much light maps we are generating in order to support all these nice pretty shadows everywhere. So the thing is, Lebasynth, it depends where you want to strike with the dagger of degrading performance. The solution with the static lighting works great if you want to load up more on the VRAM. So you'll use a lot more VRAM to store these 30 light maps. And if I would like to get even sharper resolution for the shadows, right? Maybe even sharper shadows for every clump of grass or every tree or every pebble, then I would increase the light map resolution, thus increasing the load in the VRAM even more. Whereas in our current project, the first-person puzzle adventure, yeah, let's not save this. The first-person puzzle adventure, we're opting to impact performance on the processing, on the GPU side, on the actual computations needed at runtime to render a single frame, because here everything happens real time. Yes, we are loading a bit. Okay, so maybe I can just erase the light maps anyway. Can I purge the light maps? Do I have the option? Force no pre-computed lighting. Okay, let's quickly build lighting quality whatever. I'm just purging the light maps now. We are still storing a bit of we are still storing a bit in the VRAM, the video card's memory, the distance field information, but it's nothing compared to the light map information. Okay. Why do I still have the light maps? Why didn't it purge the light maps? Press light maps. Aha, and there. We can also generate the ambient occlusion. Just found it. Okay. And I still don't get it. Why is it? Let's see if it purges the light maps. Yes, it purged the light maps. Lighting build failed. Why did it say that? Okay, it managed to purge the light maps. Perfect. Okay. Generate ambient occlusion. Use ambient occlusion. Light map. No. Okay, so anyway, that's the compromise. I could stay and do this all day, but I'm already 30 minutes over the deadline I set for the streams. Next episode we'll continue polishing up the distance fields. I'm still not entirely happy with the artifacts we're getting here. They're still visible, so we'll need to improve something either in the distance field shadows, or maybe in the, it's not the reflections, maybe if we're using some screen space reflections. Anyway, we'll investigate and we'll make this look pretty and run pretty efficiently with fully dynamic lights. So, my dear friends, we have reached that moment where I have to say goodbye. Before the real firecrackers start, now that Croatia will probably win. Let's see, where are we? There we go. Thank you so much for being here with me. Coolie Draws, Commander Root, Decaf Smurf. Do you have caffeine Smurfs? Florinel, Icy Raccoon, Jenko, Lebasith, Lizard King, Nick, Shout Gamers, Slipcore. Oh, Slipcore's back. Okay. Hey, Slip. VNK and Virgo Pros. Thank you so much for being here. We will continue on Thursday, which is tomorrow, at 9 p.m. Central Eastern European Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Daytime, or 12:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, to fix up the dynamic lighting solution we started implementing, to make sure we don't have any more artifacts, not in the close view from the camera, but also not in the distant view from the camera, because I've noticed some there too, but I just didn't want to point them out as well. So let's all meet up again tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central Eastern European Time. Nick and Florinel are veterans already. Come on, show me your levels and maps. Show me your levels and maps emotes. Prove yourselves to be veterans. Leba, thank you so much for being here and for asking really good questions. There we go. Thank you, dear friends. I will just remember everyone, the first 25 subscribers will go into the founders list. I will update exactly what that means, but basically you'll enjoy, as far as I'm concerned, the same privileges 29.99 tier 2 subscriber will enjoy. That means access to the SVN branches for the builds, as well as something really, really nice. I'm not yet ready to disclose because I'll ruin the surprise for everyone. Anyway, thank you so much for being founders. You folks are awesome, and you're reminding me why I should do this. So I can take your money and invest more in processors or cooling or whatever to make the stream even better. Yeah. Or maybe a decent internet, I know. Thank you for being here, guys. You're amazing. See you all tomorrow at the same time, hopefully with Croatia heading for the semi-finals, because otherwise it will be mayhem and blood in the streets tonight in beautiful Zagreb. Okay, see you all. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.